just hit YouTube and be like, bullies getting it. Like, here's top 10 bullies getting their asses kicked. And I that detective scene where, who stole your shoes? The fucking LeBrons. You know what I'm talking about. And then he goes and he gets
fucking LeBrons, the fucking sneakers you wanted.
He goes to the kid's house. He gets his dad to bring the kid out, so they can handle it, not even tell mom. Puts on brass knuckles and beats the shit out of dad. And the kid's crying, stop it. He's like, what? I thought you got off to shit like this. It was like, to the kid. But the kid's a bully. So he kind of, was like, yeah, it was all
He's
fun.
like, if you make me come back here. He's like, if I have to come back here, what did he say?
Something close to, I will butt fuck your father with your mother's decapitated skull. If it's not that, I'm really close.
And make you watch.
That kid's gonna have problems.
Something he's not gonna have a problem.
That fat's not a kid.
That little fat detective son. That little ginger bitch.
Gonna need some better help. That one.
Like everybody likes seeing like a mean bully get what's coming, but sometimes, and I bet you see this too, Woody. There will be clips of stuff and it relies on the narrator, like not even the narrator in the video, but the person posting it where they're like, trust me, the video may look like this is a random person being horribly assaulted and maimed, but they were actually being rude. And then you watch it and it's like, no, this is like you run a bullying account, but now you're just posting assaults because you ran out. And so you're like having to build up like a whole lore around it that like, but did you believe me? This guy was like throwing bags of piss at kids on playgrounds. It's like, I don't think so. I think you just are trying to slip one past the goalie here.
Fight porn is a pretty good subreddit on Reddit, obviously. And they don't do any of that. They'll just be like, this dude needs to keep his hands up. Watch for yourself. Like that. And I'm so happy it's never like bully gets what's coming to him. And there's no bullying that happens in the video. The big guy won. What I'm supposed to believe the little one was bullying the big one until he finally stood up for himself. Like that's a thing that happens.
Oh, do you remember that? This is from probably 15 years ago. I bet all of you remember the fat Australian kid who was getting bullied by this little rat weasel kid. And then eventually the fat kid just was like and just like seized him by the like waist, inverted him, and then slammed him on the ground. And the kid's all woozy and everything. And
there was like an
leave me alone.
18-inch tall structure. It might have been like a little fence or landscaping timber, but that's what the little guy's ankle lands on. And the little guy gets up and can't walk well. I don't know what the extent of his injuries are, but that slam on his ankle on what might have been a stack of landscaping timber.
They like interviewed him later. The fat kid's like, he just so when he dies in a rye, getting bullied.
This is my favorite, like Justice Serve video.
I know
if anybody wants to see this. It's called Indian Shop Owner Beats Up Thief in America.
Yes.
Like this black guy is behind the counter with a trash can, like one of those big roller trash cans, and he's emptying all the tobacco products into it. Like must be thousands of dollars once he gets a few dozen cartons of smokes. And there's a black guy filming it, and he's telling like the Indian shopkeepers, ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do. Y'all got insurance. And then comes some Indian out of the back with a fucking broomstick. And they start whooping this guy's ass. And one of them's holding him down on the ground. And the other one is swinging this broomstick like a fucking Marvel superhero. These top down 12-6 chops on this guy's calves, shins, knees, and his ass. And it's like a child getting spanked, how they like turn the like part you hit last away, like he's doing that, writhing on the floor, and the guy filming is like, that's called whooping your ass. And it's so satisfying because there's nobody to help this guy. It's just two Indian shopkeepers and a broomstick, and they give him all they got. They beat the shit out of this guy,
and they saved their garbage.
Are you watching the video?
Six.
What flies out at like 149, maybe 147?
I'm watching.
I'm trying to see what. His shoe came off. No, it didn't. Well, what the fuck was that?
Oh, I think he broke something that may have been in the man's pocket, or maybe he broke a bit of plastic off.
Oh, that might have been a phone.
Maybe there was a phone in his pocket, and he hit it with such force it exploded, and pieces shot out of his pocket because he is hitting him like so goddamn hard.
You can see him begin to tire.
Zach thinks it's his keys.
It might
Could be that.
Oh, I
that's a
love that.
long implement to hit. The velocity at the end is a lot more than it is at his hands.
It's one of those big boy broomsticks. It's like
It
an inch and a
is.
half, 2 inches thick or something. Like it
It's
won't
somewhere
break.
between a broomstick and a baseball bat, but 5 feet long.
Yes, I love that video. That's
Good
one
for
of my
him.
all-time great favorites.
Defending his castle.
Oh, I bet I know you know this one. I think it's a marijuana shop where like they're robbing him and he stabs him from the top, and the guy robbing him is like, I'm
dead."
And he was.
Like a kid playing Xbox, when you know you're about to die, you're like, I'm dead. You're kind of softening the blow
Yeah.
for your friends to see you like pop up in the kill feed. This guy does that while getting stabbed to death in real
Yeah.
life.
But there's no startup A real quick.
Yeah. I don't
To
think he
get out of that.
responds.
Yeah, no. Yeah, shouldn't rob that Asian guy who was a student of the blade.
He was a student. He had that knife ready. Yeah, that was his stabbing knife. He like goes in the kata like fucking De Niro and like fucking De Niro and Taxi Driver. He's like, "You talking to me? You talking to me?" He like spins the little blade. Now see, you talking to me.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Oh man, I would rather get shot than stabbed, honestly. Like if someone's gonna take a shot at me from across the room with a 38 versus somebody's gonna get to like be in a phone booth with me and take a good stab,
Yeah,
I'll take
dude,
the
of course.
38. I'll take the 38 every time.
Think
He
about
might miss everything important and just it.
Think about
This
like
guy with the blade's gonna open you
middle-aged
up like a
battle
fish.
wounds. Like it was so much gorier and worse than modern day, like just guns. Like somebody catches you and slices half of your arm off. And you just have to like keep walking around, hoping you're not like gonna bleed out, but you are gonna bleed out because like what your medical tent has a guy like whispering sweet nothings and like spells. Like what else? Dirt. He's putting like, hold on, stay still, and he's like pouring river water all over your cut.
We must clean the wound, my lord.
We must clean the wound. Yeah, and it took them so many years to figure that out, where they're like, guys, like this river water is not helpful.
It's
like
no-
It was still theory when Lincoln was shot.
yeah. Which in fairness to all of them, like think about like you're born in the year, 1600 or whatever.
Okay.
And some medical doctor who's wearing a very spooky mask full of potpourri is like, we've got a new theory that the things making you sick are completely invisible. Trust me, they're so small you can't see it. You cannot verify what I'm saying. You'd be like, these fucking pieces of shit. They're just out for money again, trying to screw me.
magicians that are out here. getting
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. Until you get like microscopes, germ theory is like how would you even begin to conceptualize that?
With petri dishes, you'd be growing cultures and stuff, but they
That's what
wouldn't
I mean.
buy that it
That's
was little
post-
microorganisms doing it. I guess I guess I see your point. They thought it was like the stink of like decay was carrying the illness. Literally
They were
like
close.
a cloud of disease.
They were closer than like who was it? Ancient times, Kyle, you would probably know this, where they used to think that like a pig carcass left in a field, like severed, would create bees.
I heard that with maggots,
maggots
in
growing up.
science
Maggots,
class. Yeah.
bees, something like that, where like they thought that was the impetus of it. Like you do this to create them, not knowing like a bunch of tiny little machinations by flies are actually creating
Oh.
Laying
the
eggs.
eventual maggots.
I never
or
considered
bees
that people
creating that.
wouldn't understand that process at first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, they're
I
not going
never
to
heard
stay out
that,
there
no.
all night.
But it does seem like if you put a steak in a field and wait overnight, maggots come from the steak.
Yeah, like if you're not like watching the whole time and you got no light, you just think I need to make some maggots. There's some meat out there. It'll
But
create-
some genius had the idea to put one steak uncovered and another steak covered and see where
And
the maggots were.
They put it under glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming to this steak.
And then that would have been stressful too, because he's going to like the chief doctor, and they're like, "All right, to test this, we're gonna put you under a cover." and see
Wait,
what
wait,
you say
please
in a
no.
few days.
He's
Ah,
a witch.
It turns out he also creates maggots.